2 teaspoons, instant coffee, can only mean one thing. It's race day.
Go on, Adster, keep it going, mate, go on!
Welcome back to another episode of the FOGDOG exclusive. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, today is my first 1500 back in 15 months. So we're just over 2 hours out from the race right now. I've just made myself my little double espresso. I'm not going to be having that just yet, but I am going to take it in the car to the track. And today, just a local meet, and I'm just going to be getting in a 1500 and racing it, hoping to try and get the win. Pretty solid field today. There's going to be me and Luke Bike McCutcheon, who features in quite a lot of the videos, and then as well Matt Hauser, who is a Commonwealth Games triathlete. He actually won a gold medal in the Commonwealth Games triathlon, the team relay event, so he's definitely going to be one to watch as well. But I'm hoping that the race will be fairly quick. I don't really mind what time I run today. I'm not expecting it to be anything really quick, but yeah, I think I'm in pretty decent shape right now, so I'm ready to kind of see how I can go over 1500, and then in another couple of weeks time, I'm kind of hoping to have a real crack at a fast 1500. So today should be good. You definitely should be in for a good video, I hope. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I've been doing a bit more speed work recently, so I think I'm ready for my first 1500 in a very long time today. So should be good. Enjoy the video. We're going to head off to the track in a minute, so stay tuned and we'll see you in a bit. Some of you might have seen the bonus video from a few days ago, where I announced that I got a new pair of shoes. Shout out to Nike Rabina. Today I'm going to be wearing these bad boys, the Nike Dragonfly. So currently I've done one session in these, and that was in the bonus video, just a little track speed session, and they are really nice. So definitely looking forward to running in these. Going to be running the 1500 in them today, so should be good. Hopefully they'll take me through to a good race. Alright, so the race is just about to start. I'm on the outside and I'm wearing a black Nike singlet that you would have just seen me warming up in, and the black Nike half tights with the white dragonflies. Those are my spikes, the white Nike dragonflies. And yeah, straight away, so we got going. I thought it was going to be quite a quick start, but in the first 200 here, we are kind of completely jogging. It was a very, very slow start. So we go through 200 there in about 32 seconds, which is 4 minute flat 1500 pace. Immediately once we hit 200, Matt Hauser, who's wearing the orangey red shoes, he's in the lead there. He took the lead. We hit 300 in 48 high, which is still 4 minute 1500 pace, but we had picked up the pace then quite a lot. And to be honest, I did actually think it would be reasonably quick from the start. We hit the 400 there in 102, which is about 353, maybe 1500 pace, and so straight away we picked up quite a lot. And you can see that Matt Hauser and I, right behind Matt Hauser, have kind of broken away from the field. And then, yeah, pretty much Matt Hauser just kind of put the foot down and tried to make it as quick as he could. Alright, so we're now coming up to 800 to go. We go through here in 149, so we've had a 60-second lap there, and 60 seconds a lap would be 345 1500 pace, but obviously we had a slow start, and so we're quite a long way off that actual pace. We go through 800 here in 204. Matt Hauser still in the lead, me reasonably comfortably behind him in second, and then the rest of the field, including Luke Bike McCutcheon, just a bit further back. So overall at this point I was reasonably tired. Obviously it was my first 1500 in a very long time, and yeah, I was definitely starting to kind of feel the pain, but here we are at the 1k mark in about 2:35 I think we went through it. And so I knew that if I could kind of close quite hard over that last 500, I would still be on for quite a good time. In saying that, Matt Hauser here with a lap to go, we go through in 2:51 there, so a 62 lap. The pace had slowed a bit, but then Matt Hauser really put his foot down and did his best to get rid of me, and to be honest, I didn't have much left in the tank at all at that point. I think sometimes I would have a bit more to give, but his closing speed really actually surprised me. I knew that he'd definitely be quite strong, but to be honest, I didn't think he would have this sort of closing speed, and you can see here with 200 to go, he's kind of put quite a big gap on me, and I was really feeling the pain. I thought still that if I could close really hard, he might be tiring, but I was very tired as well, so he ended up kind of keeping that gap. And I've got to give a big shout out to Matt Hauser. He is a triathlete, a Commonwealth Games triathlete, and he came out to the track and won in 3:46, and I came second in 3:48 with a 56.8 last lap. And then coming down the home straight now, we've got Luke Bike McCutcheon, who ran a very, very solid 4:06 1500 for his first 1500 back in, I think, 5 years. So a great run from Mr. Luke Bike McCutcheon there. Alright, so it is now the next day. I had my 1500 yesterday. Sorry that I didn't get any kind of post-race footage or interviews or anything like that. Mum and Dad had to rush home, so that's the two FOGDOG seniors that were behind the lens yesterday. They had to kind of get home quite quickly, so I ended up driving home separately, and so here I am doing my little kind of post-race recap now, the day after the race. So obviously yesterday 1500 3:48.35. Immediately when I finished the race I was quite disappointed. I wasn't actually sure what time I'd run because they weren't calling out splits, and well, actually they were calling out splits, but they were very inaccurate splits, and there was no clock on the track either, so no clock in the back straight or in the home straight, so I really didn't actually know what time I had run. And when I found out that I'd run 3:48, I was definitely quite disappointed, because that is a very long way off my PB, and I definitely felt like I should have been in not necessarily PB shape, but definitely better shape than 348. And so it was definitely a bit disappointing immediately finding out that I'd run, 348. But now that I've had a bit of time to kind of reflect and think about the race, and think about kind of how it went for me, I'm actually not too disappointed with it. So obviously you've just kind of watched the race and I've put the lap splits up on the screen, and it actually wasn't all bad. So I ended up closing in a 56.8 for my last 400. And when I finished, thought I must have run about a minute or something for the last lap. I felt very tired. And so running a 56.8 last lap, even though it's not anything ridiculously quick, is definitely still quite a good sign that I'm getting into, some decent sort of 1500 shape. And I think that possibly if the third lap was a bit quicker, maybe I could have still hung on and gone that tiny bit quicker and still kind of close the same. As well as that, I'm definitely not making any excuses here, but I've still not done too much in the way of speed work. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing a lot more speed stuff. I have definitely done a few speed sessions recently, like trying to sharpen up for some 1500 races. But in terms of like what I was doing before I ran my PB, I'm definitely not quite in that shape yet. So I've still got quite a long way to go. I'm definitely looking forward to, running more speed sessions and kind of building my lactic tolerance up a bit again. And I think that doing that will hopefully allow me to not necessarily PB in 2 weeks' time, but hopefully get somewhere at least under about 345. And if I can do that, then I'm definitely heading in the right direction. So overall, as I've said, immediately after the race, I was quite kind of disappointed. I thought I should have run quicker than I did. But now that I have had the chance to look kind of back on the race and watch it back over, I think it definitely could have been worse. And hopefully, as I've said, with a couple more weeks of speed training under my belt, I will be ready to run a bit quicker. So yeah, Matt Hauser had a great run though. To be honest, I did not expect him to have that kind of finishing speed. When he went with 400 to go, I just didn't really have anything, and he led the whole thing. So yeah, I've definitely got some work to do, but looking forward to it. I'm gonna kind of put my head down and work hard these next couple of weeks, and hopefully it will bring some good results. And yeah, with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in next week's video.
Next week on a FOGDOG exclusive.
Welcome back to another episode of the FOGDOG exclusive. Today is Saturday, which means that we're heading off to the track this morning. I have quite a big track session this morning, and the famous Matt Hanso is going to be there as well. And rumour has it this morning, Matt Hanso is actually doing his 1K time trial for his 1000 subscriber special.
FOGDOG is back at the track with the Berg squad for a huge lactic workout before he races another 1500 meters. See all of this and more next Thursday, October 1st, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Only on the FOGDOG exclusive.